Hello, friends! Welcome to our Transfer to the Nest event. My name is Jessica. I'm one of the transfer counselors here at FGCU. So I just wanted to welcome you all and thank you all for coming here today. Just a quick overview of what we're going to be going over today. So we will have an admissions presentation and we'll be going over our different level transfers that we have, how credits will transfer over. We will also be taking a look at our transfer tool today. We'll have a Q&A session, but feel free to go ahead and leave some questions already there in that comment section at the top. And we will also have a presentation from financial aid with Michelle, and she will also be having a Q&A as well. And at the very end of the event, that is when we will be having our fee waiver posted that you'll be able to use to go ahead and apply. So now to get started with our admissions presentation. So we do have over 60 majors here at FGCU. So we do have a wide range of majors, which include business, engineering. So we also have arts and sciences, education, and health and human services. So again, lots of different majors that you can choose from. We do have a few majors though that are limited access. So those are going to be our PGA golf management program, all of our music majors, our clinical laboratory science, and our nursing program. Again, those are all of our limited access majors that have an additional application to them. So you will apply to FGCU first and then apply individually to those limited access programs. We also have some distance learning programs. So if you were interested in staying at home, if you're not from the Fort Myers area, you have some options of some different majors as well. Those are legal studies, health science, and criminal justice. So if you choose any of those three, those can be done entirely online, which again, if you decide to stay home, that will be a great option for you. Or right now with COVID, if you feel more comfortable staying home, again, that's a really great option that we have as well for our students. So another program that we have is our FGCU Complete program. So this offers a lot more flexibility with the different majors that we have to offer, which are child and youth studies, entrepreneurship, and our integrated studies, which is a more general major. So if you still weren't quite sure which way you wanted to go, or you really just wanted to get your bachelor's degree, this is a really great option for our students as well. This is also great for students that may be working full-time and may need more of a non-traditional schedule. Again, this will be a really great option for those students. And all of you that have registered for the event, you did receive a curriculum map to the email that you had listed there. So you will be able to see a breakdown by semester of all of the different classes that you will be taking. And again, it was just to whatever major that you have listed there. We do have them all listed on our website. So if you decide to change your mind, or if you were maybe interested in something else, you can definitely go onto fgcu.edu and type in whatever major that you're interested in, and you are able to pull up the curriculum map there. And again, it does break it down by semester for each classes that you may be taking. And that's also a great way to see what classes, if you're still taking classes, whether it be like at a community college or a different school, you can definitely see what classes you still may need to take by using that curriculum map. So now we do have a few different levels of transfer students. It all depends on how many credit hours you will be transferring in with. So we do have our lower level transfer students, which are students that have at least 12 credit hours, but less than 30. So in that case, you will still have to meet our freshman requirements. So with that being said, we will need ACT or SAT scores when you apply. And you must have at least a 2.5 GPA in all of the college courses that you have attended. And again, that's if you fall between the 12 and 30 credit range. So now our mid-level transfer students, those are students that have 30 credit hours, but less than 60. So for that different category, you will still need a 2.5 GPA and at least a college level English and a college level math. And for that level, at that point, we will not need ACT or SAT scores. We will only need those scores if you are in that lower level category. Now for our upper level transfer students, those are students that have 60 credits or more. So if you're earning your AA degree during one of these semesters, you will fall in that upper level category. For that category, we will need a 2.0 GPA and at least 2 college math and 2 college English. Again, if you are getting that AA degree, you will be fulfilling those requirements. And for whatever level transfer that you fall under, we will need transcripts. So we will need your final high school transcript as well as any college transcripts from all of the different institutions that you may have attended. So now that we are talking about credits, a lot of transfer students are always wondering how their credits are going to be transferring over to us. So if you are transferring from a regionally accredited institution, your credits should be transferring over just fine. We have a transfer tool on our website that you are able to use if you were interested in seeing how your credits are going to be transferring. We will be demonstrating later on the transfer tool, but keep in mind when you, if you are interested in using that during the next couple of days, that will be down. It will be put back up on our website pretty soon within, again, the next couple of days. So you are able to use that later on. But if you're going to try to use it right after this event, it may not work, but definitely try back again around next week and you'd be able to use that transfer tool, but we'll still go ahead and show you how to use that. And if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out over to us and we'll be more than happy to help you out. And again, with the credits, if you are earning your AA degree, you will be earning those 60 credits and you will also be meeting all of those general education requirements by completing your AA degree. There may be some majors that there will be some prerequisites that you may need to complete beforehand. If you are able to fit those into your AA degree, that will be great. That way, so you could start all of your major classes once you get here to FGCU. And again, a lot of those are going to be outlined in that curriculum map. There's going to be some that say that are required for your major. And again, if you are able to fit that in, definitely go to your academic advisor and they can go ahead and help you find that equivalent at whatever school that you may be in. So that way, when you transfer over, you already have all of those credits completed. And I know there are some students that will be transferring in with an AS degree or maybe currently pursuing an AS degree. Some of those credits will transfer over, but it does get a little bit tricky sometimes just because some of those classes may be taught at a lower level than they would be here at FGCU. That doesn't mean that the credits aren't all going to fully transfer. Again, some of them will, but if you are currently like maybe in your first or second semester, it's best that you try to go for an AA degree. That way, so you have all of your general education requirements completed by the time that you get here. And then that way, your credits will transfer over much more seamlessly in that way, again, if you are pursuing that AA degree. So now we also have a few different types of scholarships specifically for our transfer students. The first one is our Eagle Transferred Gold Scholarship. So those are for students that are coming in with an AA degree from a Florida college or university and have at least a 3.5 GPA. That will be $3,000 a year, so around $1,500 a semester. So that is about half of your tuition, and you automatically get considered for that scholarship as long as you apply by the listed deadlines. So just go ahead and keep that in mind as well, but you automatically get considered for those. So there's not an additional application for that. Again, you automatically get considered for that scholarship. The other option that we have for our transfer students, for those that are coming from out of state, we do have our out of state tuition waiver. So that one is competitive as well. So you will need a 3.4 GPA in order to be considered for that. And again, try to apply by that posted deadline. Depending for spring or fall, it does vary, but it is listed there on our website for all of those deadlines. And if you get various scholarships, if you get any merit scholarships, FAFSA or anything like that, they all will be stacked, and Michelle will go over that in her financial aid presentation as well, and some other scholarship opportunities that we have for our students. So now just to quickly go over the application process, just so you get an idea of how to apply if you haven't applied already. You can definitely click on any of our apply buttons on our website. So if you go to fgcu.edu and click on any of those apply buttons, it will direct you over to a Future Eagle account. So you will create that Future Eagle account first, and then you will start that application. It's a pretty simple application process. You'll go in and fill out all the necessary information, and you will go ahead and submit that. At the end, again, you will be getting that fee waiver, so you will be able to use that fee waiver code at the end of the application, so you won't have to pay that $30 fee. And after you submit, you are able to go ahead and submit all of your transcripts. So those transcripts will need to be sent directly from your school. They can either mail them over to us, or you are able to request them to be sent electronically as well. Or if your guidance counselor or your academic advisor, whoever it may be, is able to send them via email, we can take them that way as well. And we do have a demonstration of how the application process is on the Transfer to the Nest website. So if you wanted a visualization of that application process, you will be able to go in and take a look at that. And again, if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to any one of us. So then after you submit your application, if you are admitted, you will need to pay a $200 deposit that goes towards your tuition, and that will also secure your spot here at FGCU. So once you get that, and again, if you are admitted, you receive that additional email with those extra steps that you will need to take. And again, one of them is paying for that admissions deposit. Once you pay for that deposit, you will need to register for an orientation session. And during orientation is where you will actually end up picking all of your classes. So during that time, you get to register for your classes, and you get to meet with an advisor. So you get that one-on-one time with your academic advisor to make sure that you're registering for the correct classes for your major, and making sure that you're staying on track again to pursue whatever bachelor's degree that you end up choosing. And we are still having we are still taking applications for the spring semester. So if you're interested in applying for the spring 2021 semester, that application is still open. So you still are able to go ahead and apply using that fee waiver code, and again, applying for that spring 2021 semester. And we recommend having those transcripts sent as quickly as possible, just so we can get them attached to your application and go ahead and review that. And then for the fall semester, you are able to start applying for that as well, and you have until July 1st to do that. We recommend for the fall semester to apply after you have registered for your spring classes. So when you send over your transcripts, we will see all of those in progress already, and then we will make a decision based off of those transcripts, and we will not need final transcripts, whether it be for the spring semester or for the fall semester, until after you have been admitted and have completed all of your classes. That is when we will go ahead and take that final transcript. So now we will be taking a look at that transfer tool, just so you guys can get an idea on how to use that and see how you'd be able to navigate that. So we will go ahead and go to our page there, and we will take a look at that transfer tool. All right. So as you can see, we're here on the fgcu.edu page. If you go into the transfer page here that we have, if you just search it up in the search bar, you can type in transfer student, or at the top, we do have the admissions and aid tab there too that you can go under for transfer students, and you will click this button here that says transfer tool. So if you go ahead and click on it, it will redirect you to this page. You can create an account if you would like, but you can also continue without signing in. And then you'll go ahead and start by putting when you plan on enrolling. So if it's the spring of 2021, you'll go ahead and select that. And then just select an intended program. So it will list here the different majors that we have to offer. So let's say if I was going in for political science, that is what I will select. And then your intended level is undergraduate, so you'll go ahead and click on that. And then the degree that you will be pursuing, it'll be a Bachelor's of Arts degree or a Bachelor's of Science, again, depending on the major. And then it will ask you again, you'll put political science. And then some of them have concentrations. So for certain degrees, there are some concentrations listed, and you can either put none or select one if that's what you wanted to. you will go ahead and click on Enter Classes. So you will search for your school. So let's say if I went to FSW, I will go ahead and type Florida Southwestern, and then it'll appear right here. You'll just go ahead and click on that. And then you'll see some of those classes already listed. So if I took, let's say, college algebra, you will go ahead and type that and it'll start showing up. So you'll click on the one that matches to whatever course that you have already taken. So you'll just click on that, select that term that you took it in. So let's say I took it in the fall of 2020 and I received 3 credits for it and I ended up getting an A in the class. You'll go ahead and select all of those and you'll select what type of credits they were. So for this one, it was semester credits. And then you can also go ahead and select this checkbox right here if you're going to be adding other classes from this same school. So that way you won't have to go back every time and search for FSW in the search bar. You can just click that and then you can press proceed and they will start listing them here on the side. So then I can go in and select another class. So if I was taking, let's say like composition 1, it will be listed here again. Just go ahead, click on that. Same thing, select the terms that you took that in. So if I took that in summer, same thing, 3 credits, put your grade in. It will go ahead and start populating that for you. And then you'll just go again, press proceed. So then after that, you will see these 2 listed here. So you are able to go in if you wanted to go and like edit them or any of that, you will be able to go ahead and do that. So once you're done selecting the classes that you have taken or plan on taking, you can click on this button here that says see equivalencies, and then it says I confirm this is unofficial. You will just click on that and it will redirect you to this page where you'll be able to see how far it would be in your degree. Keep in mind that this is an unofficial articulation, so it may not be 100% accurate, and sometimes if we haven't had a student that has transferred over with that specific class, it may not be listed here quite yet. It doesn't mean that the class will not transfer. Again, it just might mean that it's not in our system yet. So if that happens to you, do not freak out. It does happen. Again, it may just not be listed there. And then this is unofficial, so it may be a little bit different once you meet with your academic advisor and take a look at that. But it will give you a pretty good idea of the different credits that will be transferring over. And again, this is just an unofficial one. So again, it will vary depending on what school you're transferring from and what credits you'll be transferring over, but it will give you, again, a pretty good idea of how those credits will be transferring over. So now I'll go ahead and send myself back. All right. So now we will be taking a pretty short break, and right after this break, we will be going ahead with Michelle and doing that financial aid presentation. And again, keep asking questions there in that box, and then I'll go ahead and answer some questions right now as well. So one of the questions that we had was, when do students register for classes, or when you will get to register for classes? So like I mentioned, you will get to register for classes during your orientation, and you will get to meet with an academic advisor. That is when they will pull up that academic record. So we officially articulate credits after a student has been admitted. So by the time that you attend orientation, those credits will be listed there, and your academic advisor will be able to go ahead and take a look and see what credits will be counted towards what. And if any of your credits may not be transferring over, that could be a good time to ask them as well and see why those credits may not have transferred over exactly how you thought. Another question that we had is, should you wait until you complete all of your classes in order to send your transcript? So you are able to send a preliminary transcript, so you do not have to wait until all of your courses are completed. You are able to go ahead and send over that transcript over to us, and that will be best just because we will be able to make a decision based off of those preliminary transcripts. We will need that final transcript until you have completed all of your classes and have been officially admitted. So let's say if you're planning on applying for the fall semester, you do not have to wait until your spring classes are over to send any of those transcripts or even to apply. you are able to send over that preliminary transcript over to us, so that way we can go ahead and get you started and get a decision out to you. So another question that we had again was with the credits. So how do you know which credits are going to be transferring in, or if maybe you're transferring in from an out-of-state school and you don't see those in that transfer tool? Again, we will officially articulate those credits after you have been admitted here to our university, and that is when you will be able to officially see all of the credits and how they're going to be transferring over. So when you actually get admitted, you will get an Eagle Mail account, and then you will be able to access something called DegreeWorks. And on DegreeWorks, it will actually populate all of the classes you have already taken, and it will put it and plug it into how it would be counted towards your major. So that is a great option as well to go ahead and take a look and see how all of your credits are going to be transferring over based on the transcripts that you have sent over to us. So that is all for the questions that we have right now. Again, we're going to be taking a very short break before we go ahead and give the floor to Michelle. And again, keep asking those questions over there in that chat. All right, welcome back from our break. So again, we will have Michelle coming up next. And after Michelle's presentation, that is when we'll be posting that fee waiver code. So definitely keep an eye out for that. Again, it will be after Michelle's presentation. And again, keep asking those questions in that Q&A there, just so we can get those answered before the event ends. And again, Michelle will be up next.
Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us today. I'm always excited to participate in these events with admissions. I'm always amazed at the quality and the caliber of the transfer students that are coming in, and it's always a fun time. As they said, my name is Michelle Gonzalez, and I am the director of the new Enrollment Services Center here at FGCU. The Enrollment Services Center is our one destination where students can get help with financial aid, scholarships, records, registration, veterans, pay your bill, choose a meal plan, get your parking tag. We are all in one location, and it's just a fabulous new space. And when you come and visit the campus, please stop by and say hello to us in McTurnigan Hall. So today we're going to go over financial aid and scholarships. The financial aid advisors are housed within the Enrollment Services Center. We're going to talk about the cost of attendance here at FGCU. We're going to talk about 3 steps to help you maximize your financial aid. And then we're going to give you some time for some questions. So what we wanted you to know that is, as you transfer to FGCU, that you're very familiar with the financial aid process at your other institution. And financial aid policies can differ from school to school. So we want to help you get to know our way of doing things. So if you need assistance with filling out your FAFSA application, if you need help with reviewing and understanding your award letter, if you have a special circumstance, if there's something that's going on, we're here to help you. Every student who is at FGCU is assigned a financial aid advisor based on their university ID number. So that financial aid advisor will work with you throughout your entire time here at FGCU so that you have one person that you can go to. Of course, you're welcome to see anyone. We take walk-in advising every day from Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Our office is currently open. So if you would like to come by and meet with an advisor, you are more than welcome to do so. You never need an appointment to see us. The average wait time is less than 5 minutes. So we really pride ourselves here on having that small school feel, even though we're what we would consider a medium-sized school with about 15,000 students. We are also available by phone and by email. So you're welcome to contact us on either of those ways and get that help that you need. So let's just go over the cost of attendance. When we're looking at the cost of attendance, I'm going to focus on direct costs, those charges that are actually going to appear on your student e-bill. So if you're a student, you're taking classes, your tuition and fees are going to be billed per credit hour. And then if you're choosing to live on campus, you will have a room charge and a board charge if you choose a meal plan. Okay, meal plans are not required for a student to live on campus. But then we also have those expenses that you may incur but are not billed to your account. And that's if you're living off campus, your books and supplies, your transportation, and your personal expenses. So when we look at the cost of attendance here today, I'm going to focus on those actual charges that you're going to see on your bill. So if you're a commuter student, you're local and you're staying at home, and you know that's a fantastic way to save money. You're only going to be billed tuition. And for this example, we always look at tuition and fees based on 30 credit hours a year. Okay, and the reason we do that is in order to stay on track to graduate in 4 years, you need to complete 120 credits. That averages out at 30 credit hours a year. Your tuition and fees may change if you're taking more than 15 a semester or less than 15 a semester, okay? But if you're a student who's completing that 30 hours a year, it's gonna be $6,718, and that is your full year cost. So you will see that FGCU is extremely affordable. We have not raised our tuition and fees in 7 years. You are getting not only an affordable education, but an incredible value, okay? So it is just a great way to save money if you're commuting, but maybe you're choosing to live on campus. We have several options for our transfer students. We have our Westlake housing, which is about 2 miles off campus, and there is transportation to and from the campus from there. We also have our North Lake Village. So depending on where you choose to live, and this is apartment style living, with your tuition and fees, you're going to be between $12,100 and $12,600 a year. So these are, you know, a great value. If you are an out-of-state family, you're going to add that additional $19,000 for that out-of-state tuition difference. So those are what your costs are here. So in order to get the most aid and make sure that your transfer is seamless to FGCU, these are the things that you need to take care of. If you are a student who is transferring for the spring semester or you're transferring for the summer, we're going to talk about what you need to do, and then we're going to talk about anyone who's continuing on to the fall semester or starting in the fall of 2021. For those of you who are starting in the spring of 21 or summer of 21, you need to add FGCU school code to your FAFSA for the 2021 academic year. The spring and summer terms are based on that 2021 FAFSA. For fall 21 and going forward, that is going to be the 21-22 FAFSA. So everyone should be completing and adding our school code to that current FAFSA, but also making sure to do that 21-22, that is such a mouthful to say, FAFSA as soon as possible, okay? FGCU has a priority deadline for completing the FAFSA. So for fall of 21, that application is open and our priority deadline is January 1st. So you want to make sure you have your application done as soon as possible. So to add FGCU school code, if those students who are entering in spring and summer, we're going to talk about that now. You're just going to navigate back into your FAFSA. So you're going to log into your application and you're going to click on that school selection tab. And you're going to enter either our school code or you can search for us by name. If you want to just enter our school code, it's 032553 and then hit search. And then you're going to let us know if you're planning on being a student who's living at home with parents, living off campus, or living on campus. So you're going to make your school selection choice for housing, and that information will then come to us. So after we get your FAFSA, we're going to then look at your application. Now, you may have at your prior institution had to submit documentation for citizenship or for verification or for any of those types of things. You're going to need to resubmit those documents to our school. Okay, we can't take them from the other institution. We need to actually have those copies here. So if you know that you had to turn in documents at your other school, you're going to have to provide them to us as well before we can clear your file and package you for financial aid. We're going to assign those items to your Gulfline student portal under the My Requirements section. So you're going to log into that. You're going to click on the requirement and you're going to upload those documents directly to us. Okay, so you want to make sure that you're monitoring your Gulfline student portal and your Eagle email address after you've been accepted to find out if we're looking for any additional items. Once your file is complete, we'll give you an award letter via email, and you can log into your Gulfline student portal to view and accept that award package. We're automatically, when we package you, we're going to consider you for all federal, state, and FGCU grants and loans that you qualify for. If you're transferring mid-year, like in the summer or the spring, we're going to look at what aid you have used previously at your other institution to see what aid that you have remaining, and we're automatically going to package you. Keep in mind, your aid from the other school does not automatically transfer over. Each school gets an allotment. If you have Pell and loans, those are entitlements, and we'll award you what you're eligible for. But there may be other grants and scholarships that you received at your prior institution. Those are not going to automatically transfer over, okay? What one school awarded you doesn't mean that you'll receive that here, so just keep that in mind when you're transferring. We also do not package students with work study. If you're interested in applying for work study, you'll go to our website at fgcu.edu/workstudy and complete a simple application, and we'll determine your eligibility for the work study program. The second thing is, if you're a student and you have Florida Bright Futures, you need to transfer that Bright Futures to FGCU. So the state of Florida gives you two ways to do that. You can log back into your Florida Student Aid application, or you can call them on the phone. You're going to update your profile, and you're going to do that for the academic year you're looking to transfer. So again, if you're transferring in 2021, so you're coming in spring or summer, you're going to need to do the 2021. If you're coming in fall or after, you're going to do the 21-22 aid year. So make sure that you're changing the right year. So when you go in there, this is what it will look like if you're doing it online. So you're going to choose the academic year. Term 1 was the fall term, so if you were at another institution for the fall, you're going to leave it at the institution you were. Term 2 is the spring term, and this is the summer, which is term 5-6. Okay, so you want to make sure that you're changing it. So if you're going on for the 21-22 year, you're going to also do that drop down and change that as well. Okay, so here at FGCU, we accept two forms of the Bright Futures Scholarship. It is the top level, which is the academic scholars, which will cover 100% of your tuition and give you a $600 yearly book stipend, $300 per term. If you have the Florida Medallion, the second level, that'll cover 75% of your tuition. We are not able to accept the Gold Seal Vocational. We can only accept the academic and the medallion. And we'll automatically consider you for the Florida Student Assistance Grant. If you are a student with high financial need, we'll automatically award that based on eligibility. The step 3 is just apply for scholarships. Our scholarship application is currently open. This is different from those great scholarships that you heard about from the Office of Admissions. These are scholarships through our foundation, and our foundation raises money each year, and we award over $4 million in scholarships. The application is open for the fall 21-22 school year. It is open now. You can apply for that after you've applied for admissions to FGCU. You do not need to wait till you're accepted to complete this application. Once you apply, you're going to be sent your university ID number. That ID number is all you need to have to access that application. So I want to encourage you, if you're someone who's coming in the fall of 2021, make sure that you apply for admissions as soon as possible so you can unlock this scholarship application. Again, our priority deadline for this is January 1st. So it allows you to complete that application. It will close officially on March 1st, but students who apply by January 1st are given priority. And there are a whole host of merit and need-based scholarships. Okay, so in the foundation looks at need differently than the FAFSA does. So although students may not qualify for grant or gift aid from the federal or state government, you may still qualify for a need-based scholarship from the foundation, but you do need a FAFSA on file to be evaluated for those need-based scholarships. We also use this application to award our first generation matching grant. So if you are a student from the state of Florida who is Pell eligible and neither of your parents have earned a bachelor's degree, they may have attended some college, you may even have a sibling who went to school, but neither of your parents have earned a bachelor's degree, you are a first generation college student, you can be considered for the first generation matching grant. So you want to go ahead and make sure that on that application that you check that box that you are a first generation college student. You can apply for that at fgcu.edu/scholarships. You're going to click on that first tab, which is our foundation scholarship application. So you want to make sure, that you get that admissions application in so that you can unlock this scholarship application. You don't want to miss out on this great opportunity. You also want to continue to apply for local scholarships. Scholarships are not something that you just apply for in your senior year of high school. You're going to be applying for scholarships throughout your college education. Community foundations are a great place to start. You're only competing against students from a small geographic area, so it gives you a lot of opportunities for scholarships with not a huge pool of applicants. So the ones closest to here are the Southwest Florida Foundation, the Community Foundation of Collier County. If you're not from Southwest Florida, you can again go to fgcu.edu/scholarships, scroll down to the Community Foundations tab, and you'll see the information with a map to find the community foundation nearest where you reside. And then you just keep applying for those national scholarships. Students are receiving scholarships. We have processed almost $2.5 million in outside scholarships. So students are winning, and if you put in that time and investment, you're not going to receive all the scholarships that you apply for. It's a numbers game. So you want to apply for as many as you can, small and large. The smaller scholarships tend to have less applicants than the big ones. So a couple of small scholarships really do add up. And with our affordability for an in-state student at $203.98 a credit hour, a $500 scholarship really makes a big difference. So it can cover all of your books. It can cover some of your tuition. It's a great way for you to do that. We have a lot of great information on scholarships on our website, so make sure that you check that out. Just to give you some highlights, again, we have not increased our tuition in 7 years. We're really committed to keeping FGCU affordable. We award millions of dollars in Pell Grants and Bright Futures, and just scholarships from the university and our foundation. And something we're really, really proud of is that 52% of our students graduate with zero debt. So we're able to maximize all of their aid by completing their applications by that priority deadline, making sure that they're completing our foundation scholarship application, make sure they're completing their FAFSA, and they're applying for outside scholarships. You can really, make sure that when you get out, that you have that debt that is very low. So what is it you need to do next? What are some of your next steps? It's just apply for admissions to FGCU. That's going to really start the ball rolling for you. You're going to update your FAFSA and your Florida scholarship applications. Make sure that once you've applied and you've been admitted, that you're checking your email and your Gulfline portal frequently, so that if the financial aid office needs documents from you, you're getting them in a timely fashion. Make sure that you submit that foundation scholarship application. Don't miss out on that opportunity. And then just ask if you need assistance. Call or email us or stop by. We are open, and we'd love to have you come in and meet with one of our advisors and get the assistance that you need. We're here. You can also follow us on social media. We put a lot of outside scholarship opportunities, important deadlines, You can also DM us. So if you have a question that way, we're going to meet you however and help you however you need. But if you're looking for scholarship opportunities or work study opportunities, social media is a great way to go, because that's where we're going to post those opportunities rather than on a website that we have to frequently update. So I do encourage you to, follow us there. Plus, we're just a lot of fun. We're going to go ahead and take some questions now so that we can, see what's out there. One of the questions that has come in is, do I need to wait till I'm accepted to update my FAFSAs? No, you want to go ahead and do that as soon as possible. So you can go out and update your FAFSA at any time. So you can add and change schools all along the way. We have a question coming in from a student who is coming in for the spring. Can I use my financial aid to purchase books? Yes, you can. So if you have enough financial aid, that's going to cover those direct costs. So your financial aid is covering all of the tuition and fees on your account, and you're due a refund, you can use that refund in the bookstore. Ahead of time, you can charge books to your student account. That's a fantastic question. So one of the other questions we have is, are we assigned a work study job? No, you would not be assigned a work study job. You'll be given the opportunity to apply for work study jobs across campus. A lot of departments will have openings, and you're going to apply for them just like you would any other job. So I think that is all of the questions we have today. If you have any additional questions, go ahead and drop them in the chat, or feel free to go ahead and contact our office. We'll be happy to answer those that way. Thank you very much. I'm going to turn it back over to Jessica.
Hi friends, welcome back. So that is the end of the event. So again, we will be posting that waiver code, and you will also be receiving another email with the code included in there as well as with a recording of this whole entire presentation tomorrow. So if you have any questions, feel free to keep asking those in the Q&A, or if you think of any later, you can email us at transfer@fgcu.edu, or you can give us a call at 239-590-1111. Or if you were interested in coming and touring with us, we do have transfer-specific tours during the week, and you can definitely register for those online. If you click on any of the Visit Us buttons, you'll be able to go ahead and sign up for any of those transfer tours. So again, that does conclude the event. And again, we will be posting that fee waiver code that you'll be able to use to go ahead and apply. And thank you all for coming and staying with us for this hour today.